old one. The way was filled with a remembering, the desert of childhood, always distant and clearly calling. She was an outcast, the old one who lives alone on the Black Mountain with the old ways, the village folk called her. I only knew her as my girlfriend's grandmother, old Julia. Her hair was black and parted in the middle. Her face, wide and old as the Amargosa River, looked out at me. She seemed as big as a mountain to my 8-year-old eyes, living all alone up there with the cold volcano and the tamarisk pines that stirred in the wind. How strange we were to her, squatting on the floor of her people's canyon. She spoke Shoshone to her granddaughter, and Dixie would answer, looking at her feet, dusty in the sand. Once I went inside the old one's home. It sat above a natural spring and looked from one black mountain to another. Dixie and I ate breakfast. I ate, not knowing deer brains look a lot like scrambled eggs. And with bread, they tasted good. We played and grew that summer, Dixie and I. The spring below the old one's home fed a magic hidden world where secret pools and cattails became solace to two children living where drunken parents fought in the night with only the desert listening. Sounds that were echoed by the yipping coyotes that scavenged in the trash cans in the darkness. A season later, Dixie turned on me and shouted that we couldn't be friends anymore. I remember riding my bike home on a hot spring day with tears burning in the wind. She couldn't tell me of her father's drinking, and that only her grandmother would keep her, and only if she kept to the old ways. 30 years later, I returned to the canyons and the valley. It welcomed me more beautiful than memories could hold. The stark black mountain remained against the desert blue sky, and the green of the springs and the pines welcomed me. I find Julia's home up on the mountain in ruins, the kitchen still standing, the hole from the stovepipe shedding sunlight on old linoleum, graveled with time. I look out the windows at the black mountain across the valley and hold the old hinge to Julia's door in my hand. I twist it in the sunlight. It's still strong and useful. And stare down the hill at the spring, piped off now, no longer feeding the willows in secret places I played in as a child. And I remember remembering that beauty comes so fleetingly to children, and that only black mountains don't seem to change.